So first, for those of you that don't know, ghost peeking would be being crouched behind cover. Have your gun out, and then you uncrouch, shoot, and recrouch. And you do it all so fast that it shouldn't leave your opponent a window of opportunity to even hit you when you ghost peek. Now, the reason I'm even making this video is because there are more practical applications for ghost peek that people don't even realize. I don't see any streamers do it. I don't think I've seen it on this subreddit, so that's the point of the video. Unfortunately, the mechanics for ghost peeking seem to change between patches, but there seems to always be a way to do it consistently as long as you know the tricks to it. So one thing that people do is they bind F1 through F3 as their dedicated ghost peek binds, meaning F1 would be spacebar, like a secondary bind for jump. F2 would be shooting, and F3 would be crouch. And then you would just spam, you know, F1 through 3, and then you do a quick ghost peek. So that's one way to do it, but it's honestly not hard to do it manually. Just spacebar, shoot, crouch, whatever your crouch bind is. The reason this patch is good for ghost peeking is because the first shot accuracy doesn't seem to go away. Even if your crosshair kind of spreads, it'll still maintain pretty much perfect accuracy, even if it doesn't look like it on your reticle. So this is actually one of the best patches for ghost peek. But in the past, when you uncrouched, if your bloom kind of did spread out like that, you would lose first shot accuracy, and the one trick to getting around that was tapping a strafe key when you uncrouch. So, you know, it could be A, S, D, W, doesn't matter. Just lightly tap it, and then as you uncrouch, your bloom resets much faster. Like that, it didn't even spread when I did it correctly there. Jumping into practical applications for ghost peeking is obviously the AR, very straightforward. You have enemies that you line up behind your ramp, you spray them. You actually do have first shot accuracy as long as you don't shoot too fast. You can get headshots. Simple, that's the one everybody knows. Now, on to some of the more rare ones that I actually haven't seen other people use. If you build up and you put a brick staircase on the side of your ramp instead of putting a wall here, and you can actually peek right through the spaces in the brick, and then you can uncrouch and shoot people. Obviously this applies to people in 1x1s. If you wait somebody to hard peek, just uncrouch, shoot, you can get a free headshot. You're essentially invincible unless they have, you know, 50 millisecond reaction time, which nobody does. You'll just have to predict it and get really lucky. Another one that I don't see is if you're in a 1x1, or even better, if somebody else is in a 1x1 and you replace their wall, a lot of people will make windows and they'll try to get shots off the right angles, or they'll do this, you know, various things. But a completely safe way is actually to edit the corner on your right, of course, because your gun's on your right. And then if they're in here, this this wooden corner blocks your head. You can actually still ghost peek from the corner. And a lot of people's reflex when they see this edited and that you're here, they'll go for their shot anyway. They'll try to hit you and they'll miss, and then you'll get a free shot. Essentially, the only way they can hit you is if they're already here and they try to jump over and shoot down. But if you're quick enough, you can ghost peek and then close your edit. And that's something I haven't seen anybody do, and it's pretty much, you know, a chance at free damage. Their only way out of that is obviously if they build a staircase and try to edit out the other way, but at least you don't expose yourself. That's the whole point of it.